Toyota just did the unthinkable. The CEO has officially revealed a brand new pickup truck that's set to cost around $10,000, and the entire auto industry is absolutely losing its mind. In a world where trucks have become insanely expensive, where even base models can cost more than $40,000, Toyota is going completely against the trend. This isn't some concept fantasy or marketing stunt. This is a real, production-ready truck designed to bring affordability back to the heart of the pickup market. And it's about to turn every rival, Ford, Chevy, Ram, even Tesla, completely upside down. The announcement came out of nowhere. Most automakers have been focusing on luxury EVs and oversized trucks loaded with tech features that jack up the price. But Toyota's CEO took the stage and dropped a bombshell. A rugged, simple, efficient truck aimed directly at workers, small business owners, and anyone who's been priced out of the pickup world. He said it clearly. Toyota is done chasing luxury. They're going back to what made their brand legendary: reliable, affordable, and unstoppable vehicles that anyone can afford. From the very first image, this new truck looks like a modern reincarnation of Toyota's golden days. Compact, tough, and designed with purpose. Think of it as the spiritual successor to the old Hilux, small enough to maneuver through tight city streets, but durable enough to haul, tow, and handle off-road punishment. And yes, Toyota says it's going to start at around $10,000 depending on the market. That number alone has shocked analysts and competitors alike. Some are calling it impossible, others are calling it genius. Here's what's wild. This truck isn't just cheap, it's efficient. Reports suggest Toyota has engineered it around a hybrid or small displacement engine, built for maximum fuel economy and reliability. No unnecessary features, no overpriced tech bundles, just raw utility at a price point that instantly makes $50,000 full-size trucks look ridiculous. Toyota's CEO said they're targeting young buyers, developing markets, and anyone who simply needs a reliable truck without the financial burden. It's a massive strategic shift, and it's exactly what the market's been screaming for. What's even more shocking is how this move exposes the rest of the industry. Ford's Maverick and GM's Colorado have already been called affordable, but compared to this Toyota, they look like luxury toys. The Maverick's base model starts around $24,000, more than double Toyota's target price. And for years, automakers have justified higher prices by saying that safety, emissions, and technology make cheap trucks impossible. Toyota's saying, watch us. They've streamlined production, simplified design, and focused on what actually matters: reliability, efficiency, and low ownership cost. Insiders claim Toyota will use a modular platform, similar to what underpins their global small pickups and SUVs. That means shared parts, low production costs, and easy servicing. And that's a massive deal because it gives Toyota a global advantage. They could build this truck in multiple regions: Asia, South America, and potentially North America, while keeping prices consistent. Toyota's global scale gives it the power to do what no one else can: mass-produce a 10K truck and still make a profit. The ripple effects are already starting. Analysts are predicting chaos in the entry-level market. Used truck prices, which have been sky-high since the pandemic, could finally crash. Automakers like Ford and GM will have no choice but to respond, and that could trigger a price war the industry hasn't seen in decades. For the first time in years, the power might shift back to consumers, and the fact that it's Toyota leading this charge makes perfect sense. They've been watching the market inflate and break away from reality, and now they're bringing it crashing back down. But this isn't just about price. The new Toyota truck also signals a return to purpose-built design. The CEO emphasized durability over flashiness, saying this truck is designed to last decades, not just lease cycles. It's the kind of vehicle that can be repaired easily, with simple parts and mechanical systems instead of overcomplicated electronics. Toyota even hinted that this truck will be right-to-repair friendly, giving owners real control over maintenance and longevity, something that'll resonate deeply with rural communities and developing regions. And here's where things get really interesting. Toyota's decision comes right as American automakers are pulling back on affordable models. Ford has discontinued most of its small cars. GM is cutting compact vehicles left and right. Ram doesn't even offer a sub-30K truck anymore. So when Toyota steps in and says, here's a reliable pickup for 10 grand, it's not just a product, it's a statement. It's a shot fired directly at Detroit and a wake-up call for the entire global auto industry. But behind the scenes, there's a deeper strategy unfolding. Toyota's aiming to dominate emerging markets with this truck, places like Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America, where small pickups are lifelines, not luxuries. By pricing it at 10K, Toyota instantly becomes the brand of choice for millions of new buyers. It's not just about profit margins, it's about market control. Once those markets grow, Toyota's already there, with a loyal base, an affordable platform, and the infrastructure to expand further. And for the US, rumors suggest Toyota's planning a limited introduction, testing the waters to see how Americans respond to a truly low-cost truck. If demand explodes, which it likely will, Toyota could ramp up production in its North American plants, potentially reshaping the entire compact truck segment overnight. Imagine that. A brand new, reliable Toyota pickup sitting next to trucks that cost 4 times as much and outperforming them in dependability and efficiency. It would be a total embarrassment for every brand that abandoned affordable vehicles in favor of bloated profit margins. And that's exactly what's got Detroit panicking. Because this isn't just another new truck, it's a philosophical reset. For years, automakers convinced customers that bigger meant better and higher prices meant higher quality. But Toyota's new 10K pickup completely destroys that illusion. It proves that you can build a capable, modern, and efficient truck without draining your wallet. It's a move so bold that it threatens the very foundation of the US truck market, where profit margins have ballooned to record highs. If Toyota pulls this off, Ford, GM, and Ram will be forced to either slash prices or lose millions of customers who are done paying luxury prices for basic utility. According to leaks from insiders, Toyota's engineers focused on simplicity and function above all else. The truck uses a lightweight but durable chassis, potentially borrowed from Toyota's Daihatsu subsidiary, which specializes in affordable compact work vehicles. The interior isn't filled with massive screens or complex infotainment systems. It's all about usability. Durable materials, manual controls, washable surfaces, and straightforward tech. You don't need an app to roll down the windows or change the climate settings. You just do it. It's practical, refreshing, and exactly what truck buyers have been missing. And here's where it gets even more disruptive. Toyota might be planning multiple versions of this 10K truck. A base gasoline model for entry-level buyers, a hybrid variant for fuel-conscious customers, and even a compact EV version for urban markets. That flexibility could make this truck a global game-changer. Instead of one-size-fits-all, Toyota's building a platform that adapts to local needs, affordable, repairable, and rugged. It's the exact opposite of how the EV market has evolved, where most electric vehicles are luxury-priced and packed with unnecessary tech. The most mind-blowing part? Toyota is reportedly designing this truck to run forever. They're using proven powertrains, engines that have been refined for years in other models, and minimizing expensive electronic dependencies. In other words, this is a truck meant to survive bad roads, rough use, and decades of hard work. Toyota knows that reliability is its superpower, and it's doubling down on it. That's why mechanics and farmers are already calling this the truck of the people, before it's even hit showrooms. Financial experts are calling this one of the boldest strategic plays Toyota has made in decades. While competitors are betting on expensive EVs that many buyers can't afford, Toyota is making a move that taps into real-world demand. Inflation has crushed car affordability. Interest rates are sky-high. Average Americans can't afford $700 monthly car payments anymore. So Toyota's stepping in with the ultimate alternative. A brand-new truck that costs less than a used SUV. That alone could flip the entire auto market on its head. And if you think this truck is just a bare-bones workhorse, think again. Toyota's design team reportedly focused on giving it a modern, clean, yet aggressive look. A blend between the Hilux and the Tacoma, but smaller and simpler. LED headlights, sharp lines, compact proportions, and a stance that screams capability. It's designed to look tough, even if it's small. The bed might be shorter than traditional trucks, but Toyota's engineers have optimized space for practical payloads, clever storage compartments, and accessory mounting points for small businesses or adventure enthusiasts. Industry insiders say this truck could even revive Toyota's dominance in North America, a market where they've been watching Detroit rake in profits on trucks for decades. Toyota already knows how to build small, efficient trucks. The Hilux and the previous Tacoma generations are legendary worldwide. Now they're combining that experience with global-scale efficiency and cost-cutting genius. If Toyota can manufacture it locally or in low-cost production hubs like Mexico or Thailand, that 10K price tag becomes completely realistic, and devastating to the competition. Even the used car market could get wrecked by this move. Right now, a 5-year-old Tacoma or Ranger can easily cost over $25,000. But when brand new Toyota trucks start rolling out at less than half that price, resale values across the board will plummet. Dealers are terrified. Some analysts predict that if Toyota scales production fast enough, it could collapse inflated used truck pricing almost overnight. That would be a massive win for consumers, but a nightmare for automakers and dealers who've relied on sky-high prices for profits. And let's not forget Toyota's global reach. This isn't just a truck for America, it's for the world. Markets like India, Brazil, and Africa are begging for affordable, durable pickups that don't break down or cost a fortune to maintain. Toyota's CEO knows this. He's not just chasing sales, he's building loyalty and infrastructure. Once this truck hits those markets, Toyota locks in millions of new lifetime customers. And with that, a level of dominance that no other automaker can match. And just when the industry thought Toyota was lagging behind the EV transition, this move proves they're playing a completely different game. They're not racing to make the fastest or flashiest EVs. They're focused on what people actually need: affordability, reliability, and practicality. The new 10K pickup shows that Toyota understands the real problem isn't technology, it's accessibility. And that's where Toyota's strategy becomes crystal clear. While other automakers are busy chasing headlines with futuristic prototypes and luxury EVs that barely anyone can afford, Toyota is doing something radical. They're bringing mobility back to the people. This 10K pickup isn't about showing off innovation. It's about restoring balance in an industry that's completely lost touch with its customers. It's a wake-up call to the entire market that practicality still sells, and Toyota just proved it. The company's CEO even emphasized during the reveal that this truck wasn't designed for Wall Street investors or tech-obsessed critics. It's designed for everyday people: farmers, tradesmen, delivery drivers, and families who need a dependable truck that doesn't require a second mortgage. He said something that sent shockwaves across the industry. Transportation shouldn't be a luxury, it's a necessity. And that's the heart of Toyota's philosophy right now. They're done letting the competition dictate what modern means. Toyota's bringing back common-sense engineering, and that might be their most powerful weapon yet. Behind the scenes, Toyota's production teams have been quietly preparing for this move for years. They've been refining low-cost manufacturing techniques, using shared components across models, and simplifying assembly lines. The result? A truck that can be built efficiently and profitably at a fraction of what competitors spend. This is the same formula that made Toyota unstoppable in the 1980s, a focus on durability, efficiency, and scalability. Only now, they're applying it to a market that's been completely neglected: affordable pickups. And make no mistake, this truck is going to hurt the competition. Ford has already struggled with production costs for the Maverick, and GM's smaller truck projects have faced constant delays and price overruns. If Toyota can sell a truck for 10K while maintaining their legendary reliability, the entire pricing structure of the truck market collapses overnight. Every other automaker will be forced to rethink their business model, or risk losing their working-class customer base entirely. The timing couldn't be better. Americans are fed up with inflation, record-high car payments, and automakers pushing luxury trims as the only option. People want simple, functional vehicles again, trucks that do their job without the inflated price tags. Toyota's CEO clearly understands that sentiment. And instead of ignoring it, he's seizing the opportunity to reclaim the trust of millions who felt priced out of the auto market. But what's even more impressive is how Toyota plans to future-proof this 10K pickup. Insiders suggest it's being engineered with a modular setup that allows Toyota to swap powertrains as technology evolves. That means if EV infrastructure catches up or battery prices drop, Toyota could easily launch an electric variant without redesigning the entire vehicle. It's smart, flexible engineering, something Toyota has mastered over decades. They're building a foundation, not just a product. The response online has been explosive. Social media is flooded with praise for Toyota's bold move. People are calling it the truck for the people, the savior of affordable vehicles, and the comeback of real value. Even hardcore Ford and Chevy fans are admitting that if Toyota delivers on its promise, they'll switch brands without hesitation. Because at the end of the day, affordability beats brand loyalty. You can't argue with a brand new, reliable Toyota pickup for $10,000. And while the media is buzzing about the price, industry insiders know this is about something deeper: Toyota's long-term play to dominate the global mobility market. By introducing an ultra-affordable truck, Toyota gains massive leverage in developing regions, strengthens its manufacturing ecosystem, and sets the tone for a new era of cost-efficient innovation. This isn't just a vehicle. It's a strategic weapon aimed directly at the heart of every automaker that's gotten too comfortable charging too much. Even the EV-focused brands like Tesla and Rivian are feeling the heat. Their entire business model revolves around expensive, high-tech vehicles. But Toyota's move exposes a critical weakness: the lack of affordable, scalable EV options. If Toyota eventually launches an electric version of this 10K pickup, even at a slightly higher price, it could instantly dominate the low-cost EV segment that no one else has dared to enter. And here's the kicker: Toyota's not just banking on price. The brand's reputation for longevity gives this truck a level of credibility that no new startup can match. People still drive Toyotas from the 90s and early 2000s because they simply don't die. So when Toyota says this new pickup will last decades, buyers believe it. That kind of trust can't be bought. It's earned through decades of engineering discipline and real-world performance. Dealerships are reportedly preparing for an unprecedented demand surge once pre-orders open. Some are already calling it the Corolla moment of the pickup world, a turning point where Toyota takes an everyday, no-nonsense vehicle and turns it into a global bestseller. Because just like the Corolla reshaped the car market by offering reliable transportation at a low cost, this 10K pickup could do the same for trucks. But here's the part nobody expected. Toyota's CEO hinted that this truck might not just be cheap to buy, but cheap to own too. Maintenance costs will be minimal, parts will be globally standardized, and Toyota plans to ensure that local workshops can easily service it without expensive tools or proprietary software. That's a huge contrast to modern vehicles that require dealer-only access for basic repairs. Toyota wants owners to keep their trucks running for decades, not replace them every few years. That philosophy alone could completely redefine what value means in the modern auto industry. For years, car makers have been quietly making vehicles harder and more expensive to repair, locking out independent mechanics and forcing customers into costly dealership maintenance plans. But Toyota's approach flips that script entirely. They're embracing accessibility over control, giving power back to the people who actually buy and use these trucks. This isn't just good marketing. It's a revolution against the corporate greed that's made car ownership feel like a financial trap. And that's exactly why this announcement hit so hard. It's not just about a 10K truck, it's about a return to sanity.